Okay, this is Rusat, Sri Rusat.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Rusat, you are from Tamil Nadu, or you are from, but mother tongue is Telugu. So
Yes,
you are
sir.
originally from Andhra Pradesh,
No, sir. I belong to the state of Tamil Nadu.
but your mother tongue happens to be Telugu.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Andhra Pradesh recently is in the where the NEP, National Education Policy 2020, has been challenged by the Honorable Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. And he has said that in our state it has been forcibly the Hindi as a national language in the form of is being forced upon the people of Tamil Nadu. We don't need it because the international language is English and our own language is Tamil. So what is the need of this? So there are a lot of controversies. What is your stand on this?
Sir, I believe any language, any Indian language, to be provided the opportunity to learn is welcomeable, sir. With respect to the state of Tamil Nadu, sir, it has certain history to it, and since 1960s, 1964, 1965, there have been issues with respect to alleged imposition of the national Hindi language. So therefore, there is certain politicization of inclusion of language, sir. But as a Indian, sir, I believe that any language provided opportunity to learn is welcomeable, sir.
No, and don't you think that Hindi, if one learns Hindi properly in a professional way, not like one does, by and large, even Tamil Nadu people also know Hindi.
Yes, sir.
Even the auto walas, rickshaw walas, they all know.
Yes, sir.
But professionally, the child knows it will help him or her in working in other states
Yes,
of
sir.
India. So don't you think that it is the entire the points raised by the Honorable Chief Minister and the other ministers of Tamil Nadu are not really unfortunate, and they are raising an issue which is a non-issue. Don't you think so?
Sir, I do believe that the issue of the national education policy to some extent is politicized in the region. Apart from that, sir, the issue seems to be the lack of modalities as to how to implement these. What are the mechanisms, standard operating procedures? How do we make sure that these languages does not displace the regional languages? Various dialects are there. So these aspects are not yet still clear, sir. Right now, we require institutional mechanisms wherein these issues from both sides are raised and consultations could happen, sir.
No, I suppose there are a lot of Hindi schools already existing in Tamil Nadu.
Yes, sir.
In the interior may not be, but in Chennai proper or even big cities, they are all there.
Yes, sir.
And there are teachers also, but anyway, for not being able to teach, so some kind of refresher course, etc., will be necessary.
Yes, sir.
But if there is a will, there is a way. I mean, but
Yes,
there is
sir.
no will. I mean, the Tamil Nadu politicians are trying to politicize that. Why they are doing, and why they think that it is an imposition by the majority North Indians. I mean, this is the view they take. But don't you think it is a cheap electoral politics?
So their argument seems to be that Tamil Nadu in various educational indicators is already better performing with respect to many northern states of our country. So having said that, what is the need to have a third language? It is their issue, sir. It is their argument from their side. But I believe, sir, provided an opportunity to learn any language, it is important, sir. Right now, we can have a voluntary measure, we can have a demand side incentives there and create awareness that any language will only broaden the perspectives of the citizens in the region. Sir, and I agree, sir, that to some extent there is politicization of issue. Therefore, there is a need for a frank conversation between various actors, sir, so that these issues are sorted out in a diplomatic manner, sir.
Added to that, my last question is the delimitation point. There is again another point of delimitation, then the entire furor that it will increase decrease the number of seats, and then that cause to the disadvantage of Tamil Nadu and other states. Do you think this is also, because the delimitation is not even starting because of this all these issues which are coming up?
So, according to the state government, sir, the delimitation is kind of disincentivizing the states which have better performed with respect to stabilization of population.
No, but what is your impression? Okay, the number X will decrease, but there could be other formula. If the number gets reduced by proportionately, then it could be other incentive to match those along with the states which are not so good population sensitivity wise. So there could be other formulas, but straight away saying, accusing the center and the majority, don't you think it's unfortunate?
So that is unfortunate, sir. That has taken a political turn. However, Honorable Home Minister has assured that by pro rata basis it would be the same, and there will be no disincentive or incentive for any states with respect to.
And you agree with this, and that they should follow Tamil Nadu?
Sir, I do believe with respect to increasing inclusive representation in our parliament, delimitation commission should go ahead, having taken into consideration of this different states' perspective into it, sir. New formula could be devised wherein it is not acting as a disincentive for regions, sir.
Thank you.
वीडियो में आगे बढ़ने से पहले यूपीएससी का रिजल्ट आ चुका है। अनअकैडमी की तरफ से सभी यूपीएससी एस्पिरेंट्स को हार्दिक बधाइयां और इस खास दिन को सेलिब्रेट करने के लिए हम लाए हैं अब तक का सबसे बड़ा ऑफर। प्रीलिम्स 2026 की तैयारी सिर्फ 19,999 में और साथ ही मिलेगा 12 महीने तक का फ्री एक्सटेंशन भी। इंडिया के टॉप एजुकेटर्स और बेस्ट कंटेंट के साथ ये है अब तक का लोवेस्ट प्राइस। तो देर किस बात की, आज ही एनरोल करें। IAS बनने का पहला कदम आज से। लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन में है। एनरोल।
Sri Rusat.
Yes, sir.
Sri Rusat. You are very young.
Yes, sir.
First attempt you have made it excellent.
Thank you,
Congratulations. Economics is your optional, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, can you tell us what is happening to the Indian economy? Why is it not having animal spirits? It is showing, at least in the current financial year, a slowdown, a remarkable slowdown, which is remarkable not in a positive sense but in a negative sense. Things are not happening. Maybe elections were only till the first quarter, but the spillover seems to be in second, third, and even in the current fourth quarter. Can you explain anything about
Yes,
it?
sir. So with respect to Indian economy, there seems to be a cyclical slowdown. The private consumption is not picking up. Although the second quarter of GDP, sir, we had elections happening in our major states. Apart from that, sir,
First quarter.
Second quarter, if I could recall correctly, sir.
The
The
elections.
quarter two growth is 5.6%.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
therefore there is a slowdown, sir.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead.
And coupled with that, sir, the uncertainty with respect to international economics, the Trump 2.0 presidency, and the tariff rates that are being imposed across the reciprocal tariffs that is propagating to be imposed from April 2nd, has caused certain uncertainty with respect to both domestic investors and foreign investors, sir. Right now, they are having a wait and watch approach with respect to their private investments. And from our government perspective, sir, we are into negotiations with major economies for free trade agreements, and comprehensive economic cooperation agreements are under talks and negotiations, sir. And with respect to promotion of animal spirits, sir, we have recently encouraged lesser import duties for certain critical minerals, sir, certain capital goods to be imported for manufacturing of electric vehicles, and promotion of frontier technologies, sir, for instance EV technology, quantum technology, etc., sir.
Okay, thank you. We'll move on to some other topic. What is China Plus One? Have you heard of that?
Yes, sir. Sir, China Plus One has gained traction post-COVID with respect to economic diversification and supply chain diversification.
Very good. That is good enough. But why India is not benefiting, unlike Vietnam, Cambodia, Thailand, and others? What is it stopping India from moving as on the same speed as Vietnam, Thailand, Cambodia?
So the one issue that is pointed out by investors is that, sir, the red tapeism that is prevailed with respect to investments, sir.
Okay.
Apart from that, the cheap labor costs that are provided by our peers like Vietnam with respect to industry labor, and the easier flexible labor laws that are available over there.
Very good. Flexible labor laws is a good point you have mentioned. I'll move on to another topic. Can you describe Trump's leadership skill? President Trump. In few lines.
Okay, sir. So he follows the principle of America first, make America great again.
Yeah, fine. Then leadership skill.
Sir, with respect to marketing, he has shown a profound impact over the American population, sir.
Yeah.
The way he used tariffs as in domestic politics, which is an international subject, is quite commendable, sir. And secondly, with respect to his negotiation deal, he is popularly known as a deal maker in the United States, and he has made sure that the Israel-Gaza conflict briefly stopped for a while, and negotiation happening between both Russia and Ukraine in Jeddah and in Saudi Arabia, sir, for instance. So these shows his willing and inspiration towards a global peace and prosperity. Apart from that, sir, there is certain retraction with respect to multilateral bodies like United Nations. He has withdrew from World Health Organization, sir, and Paris Climate Agreement. So
yeah, that is all that has happened. But last question, can you then justify why he is supporting Russia in Russia-Ukraine war? He started negotiations with Russia.
Yes, sir.
Is that something justifiable?
So, according to President Trump, sir, the membership for Ukraine with respect to NATO membership is a non-starter. Having said that, NATO, he seems to be, sir, threatens Russia's sovereignty and territorial integrity. And therefore, it is a kind of provocation having a neighbor close to Russia in a NATO membership, sir. Therefore, moreover, sir, he views Russia as an important partner, so to say. And focus should be on Indo-Pacific rather than transatlantic partnership. That is what he is expecting, sir. That the focus should be to end the economic dominance of China rather than focusing our military and other scarce resources with respect to Russia, sir.
Thank you. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Recent case of Rania Rao.
Yes, sir.
What is that case?
So the gold smuggling case.
Why do people smuggle gold? Is it worth the risk?
So before the current budget, before 2-3 budgets, there were significant import duties levied on gold, sir. So people used to have a arbitrage with respect to the cheaper gold imported from cities like Dubai and other states, other nation states, sir, to sell it in a very profitable rate in our country, since India is a major gems and jewelry exports to the world. So therefore, there was incentive before, sir.
So what arbitrage would she have actually gained if she had succeeded? How many times did she visit Dubai in the last couple of months?
So I'm not aware of the specifics, sir.
Almost 25 times in the last couple of months.
Okay, sir.
So with this 15 lakhs, 15 kgs worth of gold approximately, what kind of profits she would have gained by selling in India?
So I'm not aware of the
fine.
cost.
You are a yoga enthusiast.
Yes, sir.
And I'll give you statistic to say that people say that it leads to good health and long life.
Yes, sir.
Who was Mr. Iyengar?
So Mr. B.K.S. Iyengar was a famous yoga practitioner, sir.
At what age did he die?
Sorry, sir.
At what age did he die?
So if I could recall correctly, sir, 87 years, I believe.
No,
So,
lot more. He died beyond 90.
Okay,
right?
sir.
I think sometimes
Yes,
around 93 or 94.
Okay, sir.
But there was a very famous, I will not name him, there was a very famous journalist, from Punjab, who was very fond of good life, good drink, He enjoyed everything that a common man enjoys. And he lived, I think, almost 96 years. I don't think he ever did yoga. So
yoga is more of a mental and physical balance, sir. It is not a necessary condition, but it is a sufficient condition, sir, to have a good outlook with respect to
because here everybody talks of, evidence-based policy planning. That's
Yes,
what
sir.
a lot of these candidates says. Like when you talk of census, they say data-based policy planning. I'm giving you data. I'm giving you evidence that yoga does not necessarily prolong life. I've given you just one example. I can give you many.
So the sample is very less.
Okay, sample is very less. Fine. Now we talked about 3-language formula.
Yes, sir.
And you mentioned that Tamil is doing better than other states.
Yes, sir.
But the statistics are not so. Even for a government to, whatever be its stand, if you see the percentage of people who can read Tamil text of 2 classes below is amongst the lowest in the country. amongst the lowest. In some cases, as much as only 35% of class 8 student actually can read a class 4 student Tamil thing. A class 4 candidate, only I think very small percentage of 10-12% can read a class 2 Tamil text. I'm talking of Tamil, I'm not talking of Hindi or English. So don't you think that now it's, as you said, it has become a political issue? And have you heard of a gentleman called Nembo? Who's he's got a Zoho or something.
Sir,
yeah.
Mr. Sridhar Vembu.
Mr. Sridhar Vembu. What
Yes.
did he say about Hindi?
So he welcomed the language, sir.
And
He said
welcomed the language. He said you're putting your people to disadvantage
yes,
by
sir,
not
yes.
knowing, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Therefore, my question is, should not there be a referendum in Tamil Nadu for people to decide whether they want to learn Hindi or not in the context of what Mr. Vembu has said?
So
Why are you leaving it to few people who are deciding your fate and putting the people to disadvantage against such a successful man?
Sir, that's one way to go about it, sir, to solve this issue. And as you rightly point out, sir, that there are some backlash as well, sir, that certain sections of population do believe that learning a language, especially language like Hindi, which is spoken by majority country of our population, so it gives certain advantage, sir, both with respect to...
So you think there should be a referendum?
Yes, sir, it is a one way to go about it, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Mr. Rusat,
Yes, sir.
you are a student of economics and also having an interest of foreign affairs.
Yes, sir.
And in terms of this, can you able to connect Adam Smith
Yes, sir.
and the way how the current situations are happening regarding this tariff and other related items?
Yes, sir. Sir, pre-Adam Smith economics revolved around the philosophy of mercantilism, sir, where state was expected to have trade surplus with other states, sir. Okay. It acts as a catalyst for the state's prosperity. But Adam Smith believed, sir, that trade is not a one-way street, it is a two-way street. Both countries involved in engaging in trade reaches higher optimal solution with respect to bilateral trade or multilateral trade, sir.
So in terms of Becker thy neighbor policy,
Yes, sir.
as proposed by Mr. Adam Smith,
Yes, sir.
how you can able to connect it with the current situation?
So the policy of beggar thy neighbor policy is a monetary intervention takes place, sir, wherein a state voluntarily devalues its currency in order to increase its trade competitiveness at the international trade, sir. With respect to the current scenario, sir, what we are seeing is the strengthening of major currencies like dollar, which essentially has its impact in terms of promoting trade competitiveness with respect to developing countries, sir.
Okay. And I'm seeing this 2025 budget,
Sir.
The way how the receipt and expenditure in terms of loan, for example, almost 22% is coming to government as a receipt in terms of loan and borrowings, and 20% we are going to spend in terms of repayment of loan.
Sir.
And in terms of this, for managing the monetary policy, we are having monetary policy committee.
Sir.
And regarding this debt policy, is there any mechanism we are having currently in India?
So we have a legislation, Fiscal Responsibility Budget Management Act, but there's no institutions as such which oversees the debt to GDP ratio or fiscal deficit. However, sir, with respect to the interest rate, interest payments and the debt, it has over the period of time it has declined, sir. During the COVID, from 9.2% of fiscal deficit, we have managed till 4.8%, sir. We are almost going to achieve the 4.4% of fiscal deficit during the next fiscal.
But the Financial Sector Legislative Reform Commission recommended for India need to have an independent, autonomous public debt management authority.
Sir.
And regarding this, what type of initiatives so far the government of India has taken?
So I'm not aware of particular.
Do you know
institution.
anything regarding public debt management authority?
Sorry, sir. I will look into it, sir. I'm not aware of that.
Okay. And apart from this, you are also having that international relation as your general hobby.
Sir.
So if I want to say some hobbies as general
Sir.
and something as specific,
Sir.
so how you can able to make difference in terms of extracurricular hobbies, in terms of general perspective as well as specific perspective?
So with respect to general specific, the person may or may not have a domain expertise with respect to that hobby, sir. He or she, out of his or her curiosity, pursues the hobby, sir. With respect to specific perspective, the person's interest may be driven by their educational background, their interest from their childhood, etc., sir, may not be external stimuli rather than internal motivations, sir.
Okay, recently Tamil Nadu government published their first economic survey.
Yes, sir.
This is the first time, apart from the budget, the Tamil Nadu government want to go for a specific, okay, in terms of economic survey. So what was the outcome in that?
So I have not read economic survey. I have looked into the budget, sir.
Okay.
But I have not read economic survey. I'll look into it, sir.
Okay, one last question. The concept regarding Starlinks, in order to provide the satellite communication to the people, or keep on coming into India.
Sir.
And the problem is that so many Indian domestic companies also having some problem with the try that if I'm giving this license to those kind of companies, so definitely it is going to capture the urban market. But these companies are there for such a long time and focusing on both the urban rural digital divide.
Sure.
So it is a kind of partiality to those kind of Starlink kind of companies are going to get from the government or try. So what is your opinion?
So with respect to provision of telecom licenses, satellite connection licenses to Starlink, the domestic telecom players argue, sir, that it would lead to a monopolistic structure in the telecom market, which is such a strategic sector with respect to our country, sir. Since Starlink already has so many satellites revolving around them, to provide it would give less telecom services at a very less cost compared to our domestic operators, sir. That's the main argument, sir. So they are right now asking for a time wherein they could also have that capability to compete with the foreign players, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Now, Rusat, your formal mock is over. Okay, now feedback. Rusat, you are a first time candidate, just 22 years old.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, good composer, very good composer. The way you are also prepared well. When is your interview?
So April 17th, sir.
April 7th is a long time still.
Yes, sir.
So keep doing what you are doing.
Sir.
And especially the foreign relations, which you could not ask so many bilateral multilateral agencies, because it's one of your hobbies also.
Sir.
And the Indian economic diplomacy.
Sir.
That could be, there are a lot of economic diplomacy. Now, India does a lot of economic diplomacy in Africa and other countries where the line of they call credit or that sort of thing. So those also important. Africa, Asia, there. But apart from there, what are the burning issues like Trump and the hotspots?
Okay, sir.
So, and secondly, about your own state of Tamil Nadu, we asked about the specific, but your Telugu speaking. So obviously there could be some questions on Telangana versus Andhra Pradesh bifurcation. What is fair, not fair? What are the economic advantages of the Andhra Pradesh vis-a-vis Telangana? Like there are all these issues. Okay. And apart from the normal, Andhra Pradesh has a lot of year-related, the security-related problems, like the PWG, the alarms, and Telangana especially those days used to have.
Okay.
And since you, of course, IPS is your fifth choice, so not many questions, but still the new IPC, CRPC, the amendments, just go through the main changes.
Okay, sir.
And what should have been done, could have been done, there could be so many other issues could have been included that are not there. So some critical analysis.
Okay, sir.
And apart from that, the way you are doing it nicely, I don't want to, except that I can only say that I hope you will not use the same necktie on that day of the, better not to use a red, it's a party kind of a thing.
Okay, sir.
So it's a formal job interview, could be a little fair, I mean,
the plain ties.
Plain color. Otherwise, perfectly dressed, but less boots could be, shoes could be less.
Okay, sir.
Less one.
Okay, sir.
And here could be a little more this thing, but you are absolutely this thing, where do you keep it, or
Sir, in the photograph, I am not clean shaven, sir, so that's why they are asking us to appear the way the photograph is taken.
They were looking perfect.
Okay, sir.
And Motilal Nehru, of course, we did ask Delhi University is asking some questions on
Okay,
that.
sir.
The daily problems, daily developmental challenge, in-city region problems. etc.
Okay, sir.
So those you have got enough time. Just keep doing. Don't get into the panic mode, which you will not. You don't look like a panic mode. You will get a lot of sympathy from the board, I suppose.
Sri Rusat,
Sir,
excellent candidate you are.
thank you, sir.
You know, you have made it in the first attempt, age of 22. This is the ideal conditions that the UPSC is looking.
Thank you, sir.
And you are solid.
Okay,
You're absolutely solid in your answers. All questions that I asked about China +1, supply chain, you are able to immediately. If you can just come to the core point, it is much better. You take 3-4 sentences, that much time is not there.
Okay, sir.
For every question, maximum is 30 to 40 seconds.
Okay, sir.
Just the core point you say. You know the core points.
Okay, sir.
You come out in the core point after 2 or 3 sentences.
Okay.
So it looks like you are building the case or you are explaining the background. No need.
Okay.
You know, people who are asking, they know. Similarly, why Russia is being discussed or spoken to by Trump.
Okay.
You mentioned again very correctly that NATO is a provocation and no NATO for Ukraine. Trump has mentioned, and also his focus is on Indo-Pacific and China and to separate Russia from.
Sure.
Those are absolutely. It's amazing that at this young age you have got such wide knowledge and you are able to put together an excellent answer.
Thank you, sir.
So go with this kind of a confidence. How was your optional written this time and general studies? Have
So
you
it
done
was good. However, I believe optional paper 1 I could have done better.
Okay.
Certain concepts I didn't know.
Okay.
So that's
So the panel will be very favorably inclined to you. They are looking at you as a ideal candidate which should be in the top civil service.
okay, sir. Thank you,
So
sir.
I wish you all the best. Go with a good hope and do well.
Thank you, sir.
All the best.
All right, nothing to add. You're ready to go.
Thank you, sir.
All that I will suggest is that you must already be knowing. Brush up your knowledge of important articles of Constitution
Okay, sir.
and court judgments.
Okay, sir.
And sometimes you may be asked controversial questions
Okay, sir.
where you can support them with the articles of Constitution or court judgments that will make your answers very convincing.
Okay, sir.
Okay. The rest, Tamil Nadu language issue, if you go into the statistics, they're quite revealing.
Sir.
And since you've come from Tamil Nadu, these questions can be expected.
Okay.
Like I mentioned, that it is quite amazing actually. When you read those statistics, you realize that how politics can drag down, a certain part of the country or the country itself. All right?
Sure.
All the very best.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Rusat, there are the possibility. Already you received all the feedbacks and all. And apart from that, the place like Ramanathapuram is more connected with the Prime Minister in various way and the former President of India, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. So there may be some possibility. And second thing is that the Ramanathapuram is also having some problem in terms of fishermen issues with the Sri Lanka and all. So that is a second possibility. And right now some political party in Tamil Nadu is promoting the concept of sons of soils, like Tamil speaking people and non-Tamil speaking. So you are a Telugu. Okay, there may be a possibility. Currently, a political party is raising the issue. Okay, these are all the possibility you can able to add apart from that. Other than everything is fine. All the very best.
Thank you, sir.